October 28th. How's you ready now? October 28th, you heard it here, Jake Jones, Redskins, right here at ACW.
Challenge is out there, last man standing. I agree with Ron Nemi. Jake Jones might be nuts.
Is this kid of a death wish, Trevin?
Will Red Giddens accept that challenge? My hunch is yes.
You gotta get out of the way.
You gotta think. It's the same as what happened at Retribution. It'll be a BBC followed by a BBC at most, and it could be it for Jake.
Kids, don't Google that.
Nevertheless, let's send things down to Zach Romero, get things moving along here.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first. Weighing in at 210 pounds from the Rock, New York, he is the divine leader, the child of the 8th day, and the 2017 ACW Fast Pass winner, Saieve
Saieve Al-Sabah, you see right there, has the ACW Fast Pass. So what's a Fast Pass, ladies and gentlemen? Here's the reality of the situation. He won a fatal 4-way ladder match where the winner gets an opportunity at a championship of his choosing
and his opponent
at a time of his choosing. And that is now within the grasp, the power of Saieve Al-Sabah.
What do you think he will choose to choose?
weighing in 235 pounds from Telford, England, he is international superstar Joey Osborne.
And indeed, Zach Romero, not being facetious there, 10 years pro in the sport is Joey Osborne, a student of Soraya Knight, a regular in All-Star Wrestling in the UK. He came to the United States, no kidding, to chase the American dream. His argument was this: look, I'm not in Progress Wrestling, not in Rev Pro, I'm not in IPW, OTT, ICW. What I am is the best talent in the entire United Kingdom. No one has been able to sign this guy yet. He has come here to show what he can do and not get lost in the shuffle of the British wrestling boom right now, which is phenomenal. Don't get me wrong, but that is the reality of the situation. It really is. Everybody's been kind of shoved into this box, this beautiful UK box of wrestling. Here's a guy who's come here, wants to show what he can do, and based on not just interactions here at ACW Proving Ground, which once again, you can see every week posted to the American Combat Wrestling YouTube if you want to keep up and you can't be here in person. But Saieve Al-Sabah also demanding the best in the world. Saieve Al-Sabah is going to be a part of Style Battle Season 1, Episode 7 tomorrow. But he's got to get through Joey Osborne, who's wasting no time going after Saieve Al-Sabah. And once again, didn't hear these two in a pull-apart this past Wednesday. Footage of that captured, shown both before this event and again online, but right now it is about what's happening in the ring as Saieve thrown chest first by the powerful Joey Osborne.
Well, right off the bat, Joey Osborne trying to hold down Saieve Al-Sabah. This is what Sabah has been complaining about all along. Everybody trying to hold him down, trying to silence his message, the child of the 8th day. Think about the fact that he even has an 8th day, how special that makes him, let alone being the child of it. And now those right hands as Sabah has gotten things back on track. The winner of that Fast Pass for a reason, Trevin.
Well, that I won't argue with. I won't say I understand the motivations of Saieve Al-Sabah, but what I do understand is the athleticism. I understand what this young man can do in the ring. Another one, about a year or so in the sport so far. God, what a trajectory thus far. Boot stopping him though, the vet. 10 years pro once again. Huge clothesline in phenomenal shape. And another like he's sculpted out of stone. Saieve could just be out on his feet here, MSL. You got to think about an Osborne. I'm a guy who trips him into the ropes there. Great way to catch a man who's springing off. I'm not wasting my opportunity to debut on FlowSlam.tv and not show what I can do here. Standing dropkick. Great elevation from Saieve Al-Sabah. Osborne caught outside the ring. Saieve is a very vocal young man, is he not?
Well, he's vocal. He's very athletic, as we saw with that standing dropkick. But he's extremely motivated. He feels that he's fighting a cause. He has additional energy behind him because he's not just fighting for himself. He's fighting for other people that he feels have been oppressed. A system that's been perpetuated by people like you, Trevin Adams.
Wow, thrown in to the VIP section head first, stopping the onslaught.
And that's one of the things that Sabah has complained about. They don't want him in the VIP section, even though he's got to be one of the top rising stars here in the World Wrestling Network.
Saieve, though, with enough wherewithal to power in the big man twice now into the apron. And I think it's that time, MSL, we got to point this out as he's thrown in again. The hardest part of the ring, perhaps outside of the post. So dangerous to the small of the back of a guy the size of Osborne.
No, the hardest part of the ring is the injustice and hardship caused by people like you trying to hold down Saieve Al-Sabah.
Again, I'm not going to pretend I understand the agenda of
You don't understand. I understand the suffering. I understand.
Well, it's a lot more complex than you may think, ladies and gentlemen. He goes into a whole discussion about anti-authority and the system. And it's not a race thing. It's not an age thing. It's a philosophy I can't even start to understand. But what I can understand is the athleticism of this young man.
Whatever championship that he chooses as his choice, and when he cashes in that fast pass.
Well, that's the reality.
If and when he wins it, which I think he will win, whatever championship it is, he should throw it down in disgust. He doesn't need a belt.
He chooses the time, he chooses the place, he chooses the championship.
He's the divine leader.
But he cannot look past Joey Osborne. Victory from Osborne tonight would stop the momentum of Saieve Al-Sabah. So two things could happen. He defeats a UK star tonight, and then tomorrow night participates in Style Battle Season 1, Episode 7. He could end the weekend as a Style Battle champion. He could come up short. He could lose to this international superstar he demanded to face. It'll be interesting to see what this weekend will hold for Saieve. Oh, a lot on the line.
What a chin lock. Who's holding down who now, huh? All these obstacles being put in the way of Sabah, trying to stop his momentum. Coming off that fast pass victory and now having to take on this muscular behemoth from the UK.
He's got Osborne prone, throwing him into the corner. There is Sabah. Wait, great move. What a knee from Osborne. Starting to get some life again. There's that lariat. Scoops him up and slams him. Big brawny man is Osborne. What a leg drop. No, not enough to stop Sabah. That's the thing, when you are a guy the size of Joey Osborne, that kind of offense can be incredibly effective. Think about what just a single leg weighs on this man.
Yeah, they're not even legs, they're tree trunks, Trevin. Dropping a tree trunk across the throat of Saieve Al-Sabah.
100%. And that's the thing, and while we've seen Saieve here, we've seen him victorious at Retribution, as I mentioned, defeating Stephen Frick. We've seen him become the Fast Pass champion, defeating both Stephen Frick, Aaron Epic, and Blanco Loco. But right now, impressing, springing back up after suplexing the bigger man. Pinfall. How does he do it, MSL? Guy twice his size and then back to his feet instantaneously.
Because he's the divine leader. He's the child of the 8th day. I would expect nothing less.
Now perhaps spending a little too much time arguing about whether that was 3 or not.
No, he's here to spread his message. It's not enough just to get the victory if the people don't hear you.
Giving Osborne some time to maybe catch his breath, but not for long, as he that boot across the chest, throwing him in the center of the ring. We've seen this before. Right to the top.
Climbs the ropes with those $1,100, but nobody home.
Definitely a beautiful moonsault, taking a bit too long to get up there, giving Osborne time to get out of the way. What elevation, though, there. Headbutt, though, crumpling both men. I'm always curious when a headbutt used an offensive attack, you got to think you're knocking yourself a little loopy as well, MSL. Was that part of your arsenal back once upon a time?
Hey, I mean, really, honestly, the key on a headbutt is making sure to hit them with the correct part of the head. Hit them with the hardest part of your head and the softest part of their head. But this almost seemed inadvertent as the heads clashed here. And it's Sabah that throws the first right hand, but Osborne fighting back as well.
Tripping saieve again. We saw this earlier from Osborne. A great way to stop a man who's running straight at you. And now prone. What a boot to the face. This is the lariat, though. Great knee, go to sleep style, perhaps. Tiger drivers are gonna be it. No! Saieve Al-Sabah just managing to get a shoulder up. Credit to this young man, the tenacity to continue on. But I gotta ask, Joey Osborne, what do you do next to put Saieve Sabah down finally?
Maybe there's nothing you can do. Maybe Saieve Al-Sabah just refuses to be held down. You know, his cause could go out the window with a loss here. So many people watching around the world on FloSlam.
You love controversy, don't you? You just won't let this go.
No, it's not controversy, it's the truth. And you know, in these days, denial of injustice is the new injustice, and Sabah is trying to raise awareness as the divine leader.
Beautiful Olympic slam, going for the pinfall. No, able to get a shoulder up is Osborne. And now we're in the same type of a position here. What is it going to take for Saieve Al-Sabah to be victorious here tonight? As Osborne now smartly getting a little bit of distance separation here. In the ropes, cannot be pinned or submitted. Get a moment to catch his breath.
Well, we hear Sabah repeatedly saying that was 3, that was 3. I agree with him. I don't know if it was 3, but if he says it was, I believe him.
These two men fighting in a precarious position here on the apron. He's got him up in a fireman's carry. But good Lord, what's going to happen here? Good Lord, just dumping him down. Back first.
So dangerous. Variation of the Danny Vincent driver right on the edge of the ring.
I'll tell you right now, do not underestimate what that can do to your back as you hit.
Well, yeah, what's going to be left of him tomorrow at Style Battle?
Well, that's the thing. That's the challenge of a weekend like this. No, getting a shoulder up again, credit. But you just said it, at one point you need to pick your battles. A lot of talent, always excited to really take any opportunity they can get, but at some point, your next battle, you're not going to be fresh. And Saieve, trust me, he's got a very active schedule, not only every Wednesday here at the Proving Ground events throughout the Southeast. Saieve Al-Sabah, as well as New York, by the way, gets up in the Northeast when he can. He's truly a student of the game. The thing is, he's looking to become the best in the sport, which I love. It's just then you sit down and I just can't understand where he's coming from, what he's talking about. And I just feel like he gets lost in whatever that message is instead of focusing on what he's doing phenomenally right now for that power slam, standing moonsault. This could be it for... No, Osborne kicks out. And he needs to regain his composure, MSL.
How could he regain his composure? He's already had this match won twice.
I trust official Lee Hanfield. He says it's a 2.
Are you saying that Saieve Al-Sabah can't count to 3, Trevin? He says it was 3. I'm not going to argue with him.
Saieve heading up to the top rope here. But Osborne now getting enough time to come back to his feet. And this battle continues.
Osborne has shown incredible stamina for a man with his kind of muscle mass. All that muscularity needs additional oxygen. We usually see guys with that kind of physique start to fade, but Osborne has just kept it up the whole way.
And you're right. And I'll tell you right now, it is incredibly warm in this building as he catches him with the ace crusher there. Cutter leg maneuver, is this gonna be it? No, Saieve Al-Sabah just getting a foot to the rope. And what ring awareness from this young man so early in his career.
And he had to get his foot on the middle rope because he didn't trust that there would be a just decision if he had it on the bottom rope. He has to work twice as hard as anybody else on the roster. What's it gonna take? The top rope next time? A 4 count, a 5 count for the pin?
Stirring the pot is MSL. Regardless, Saieve Al-Sabah holding on to the referee here and able to go for a low blow while the referee wasn't paying attention. You got to be kidding me. Not like this. Don't tell me this is it.
Here is your winner, Saieve Al-Sabah.
After such a competitive matchup. Let me guess, an errant blow? What are you going to call this?
I call it victory. I call it the crusade continuing for the divine leader, the child of the 8th day, Saieve Al-Sabah.
The reality is this, ladies and gentlemen, the record books will show tonight, DTA 2017, Saieve Al-Sabah defeating Joey Osborne. What a win in the young career of Saieve Al-Sabah. He's got the ACW Fast Pass. Heck, he could become your Style Battle Champion of Season 1, Episode 7 in mere hours here on FlowSlam.tv.
Saieve, congratulations on another huge win. Everybody knows you're the hottest property here in WWN. Not only are you the owner of that ACW Fast Pass, not only do you just beat that international superstar Joey, and you've also got the shot tomorrow night as you debut for Style Battle.
You know, you're absolutely right. I am the hottest commodity in ACW. But what you're forgetting, I am also the hottest commodity in WWN. My stock is rising, and I am up to date on all my prophecies. Joey Osborne is the international superstar, and tonight you have earned my respect because you're not looking for handouts. You're fighting and showing these people what you are, an international superstar. So you give it up to Joey Osborne. Joey Osborne. But Joey Osborne is not Saieve Al-Sabah. Joey Osborne is not the fast pass ladder match winner, which means I redeem this fast pass ladder match briefcase on any champion I so desire. And tomorrow night, right here on Full Slam, I make my Style Battle debut. Am I not nice? Am I not on fire? Is the world not mine? Ladies and gentlemen, Saieve Al-Sabah.
What a matchup, victorious against Saieve Al-Sabah. Great though, Joey Osborne, getting to see him here, American debut in ACW on FlowSlam.tv. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you have enjoyed the first half so far of DTA 2017. We're going to take a brief intermission, and then we will be back with the second half. ECW.